Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda. Welcome back. Today I thought we could carry on with our project for Liz, for my design team project. And I added the signature in so that you didn't have to watch me muddle through that, although it was very easy because there's only a couple pages in here. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, so 2 sides per page. So it's a nice little size. And so today we're going to add in the pockets, and I pre-did these tags. I just put them on the cardstock because those are the bases that I'm using. And for the size of my pockets, so these will end up 6.5 by 4 3/4. So it's a nice size. And then I left this side blank so that it could be written on, or pictures could be added with writing, you know, whatever you would like. And yeah, I just did a couple things. I just did this little folder. It was just bottom of the piece that I cut off here, and then I just added pockets. And these pages come, I made sure I wrote it down. It's French design labels from one of my other kits, and I thought that would be a perfect little addition in there. And then it just folds up, and I added lace and one of the labels right there. And then what else did I do? I cut this down and folded it in half, and then I glued the 2 sides to make these little tuck spots, and that'll be a nice little addition in there too. Just trying to think of little things that we can add into. So my tracing paper, I tried to use my score tool. Well, of course it's not going to work because it's so flimsy. So I just folded up the sides a couple times just because I didn't want to cut it anymore. And having a gusset will give it a little more space. So I'm going to add it to the insides of our flaps. And then on the outside, we'll put some other pockets. But it's just going to be a great place to put your ephemera pieces or little notes. I'm just going to grab my other glue. I cleaned up my whole desk the other day. Everything came off of it, and I cleaned it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now I have lots of space to create with. And then I have these stickers, these ones right here, and I just added butterflies to different pages, and that's a great way to dress things up, you know. So if my glue decides to come out today, then we'll get started. So if you've been working on yours, that's awesome, and I'm excited to see what everybody's making. And grab your stuff and we can just have a play. And with the tracing paper, with the glue, I try to just spread it out a little bit, just so that it's not so globbed, and maybe you won't be able to see it. It does dry clear, which is great. I just never know. There's a gusset on the sides. I didn't do one at the bottom. I didn't think that was necessary, really. And I'm just going to leave a little space at the top and a little space at the bottom. Oops, I didn't put glue at the bottom, did I? Oh, wow, we're starting off good this morning, Brenda. That's okay. I'm just gonna, my glue doesn't want to work. I would use the other bottle, but the hole is so big that the glue, I don't like how the glue comes out in a big wad at a time. So, come on, my fingers work. It's another rainy day. It's been cold. It was single digits. The furnace has been kicking in. That's how chilly it's been. But not that I'm complaining about the rain, that's for sure, because the rain is something that we need. And so there we go. And then there's a pocket, and it's a nice big sized pocket. So we'll let that dry. And then I set this one here. This one does not have a gusset. So this one I had cut down before. The other one I just did today. So my glue has issues. I don't think I'm surprised at that. This time I'll remember the bottom. There we go. Sort of. So how's everyone doing today? I'm sorry I didn't even ask you that up front. I just got right into it. This has been a fun project. I like the build of this. It's simple, it's easy, and you can dress it up any way you want. Make it any, if you do themes or you just do journals, you know, this is great. And I didn't run my finger along the glue, but it should be okay. It should dry nice and clear. And then there we have a second pocket. So pockets are pretty quick. They don't take too long. I just have some scraps here with some pieces. I have a 3.5 by 3. I did actually write the size down. That's amazing. And so that can go there. You can round the corners. I think I made the bottom pockets the 3.5 by 3, and then for the top ones, I don't know if I wrote a size down or not. No, but they could be the same, potentially the same size anyway. But I mean, you can also use your acetate or your tracing paper or your vellum on both sides. I just thought that would be a nice way to break it up and have a couple of pockets. So I'm going to ink this up just because it's going to be on the cardstock. And I mean, you can ink any color. You can make it as grungy or as vintage as you like. So I'm just going to use my vintage photo. Yeah, it's wanting to not work, this glue, but I'm determined that it's going to work. And then I'm just going to leave a little border going around. And then let me grab it's just my tab punch, and I'm going to use it as, I'm just going to use it for a thumb notch. Just like that. And then you can round your corners as well. It's up to you. And then I'll just do this one. I'm just going to do them. I'll add them at the same time, but I'll put all the tops on. And then you can decorate however you wish. So let's just do this one at the same time. And when I clean my desk, I have all on my right, I have all the stuff that I've received, you know, with swaps or in Happy Mail and stuff like that. And I made a journal to put all of the goodness in. So I'm pretty happy about that. I didn't add any pockets into the journal yet. I've just added some stuff in with some of my altered paper clips. I told my friend Sherry, I said, I'm not going to add one pocket. I'm just going to use paper clips, and She's like, what? Because as you know, I love pockets and tucks, and I'll make as many as I possibly can. So, all right, so there we have 3, and maybe one more, a smaller one. This is a smaller piece of paper, so I'll just do it end to end and then just snip it off. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, maybe not, because the rest of them have an edge, don't they? Make it look consistent. I was hoping not to cut anything, but let's see if I can do this. Nope, I won't use my scissors. I found my tear ruler, so I'm pretty happy. I'd actually put it in with my scrap bag, if you can believe it. It's like, why? With my scrap bag, I don't know. Oh, it slipped. My desk, of course, is slippery. I don't have a cover for it yet, but I see some people with their desks with, it looks like wood or book page. I just love that. I'm not sure what to do for that, you know, like, is it that tacky stuff, that shelf tack or whatever you call it, or do you glue book page together and attach it to your desk? I mean, I'd like to know if you have stuff like that, or if you've done that. Maybe you could just let me know in the comments what you've done to the top of your desk. All right, so we'll have 2 at the 2 from the side. Let's see what that looks like. So we'll come to the front one. So these actually will have to go here just because of the way the side I put the holes on, or the thumb notches on. So we can just put that there and put it there, just like that. So you're just going to glue the 3 sides, and then they're ready for tags. There we go. Leave some around so you can still see the paper underneath, which is really nice. And then this one. I try to make sure to get the corners. It's always important for the corners to stay down. There we go, and then I'm going to just bring it up from the bottom a bit just to keep those flowers at the bottom so you can still see them. And there we go, and then I'll just grab one of my little labels here, and so you have a pocket and a pocket. Big, huge pocket there. Another big one here, and then we'll put 2 on top of here. And then these pockets can just go, they can either come out the side or the top as well. Whatever you think. But I think this one I'm going to do at the top. Switch it up a little bit. They don't all have to be the same. They can all go different ways. Whatever you'd like. So if I do that one at the top, and then this one I'm going to do at the side. Right? They don't have to be identical. So then glue the 3 sides again. And then you can make tags, you can make journaling cards, you can do all that goodness, as you know, that we do And then there's the journal, the signature that can add writing to, pictures, whatever you'd like. Oop. There we go. And then I'm just going to bring it up from the bottom. I always like to see the paper underneath and around. So there we go. So then we have those pockets. And then we have these. I'm just going to pop them in the pockets. They fit nicely. They can be made bigger. I made them a bit shorter, but you can put tabs on them if you want so that you can easily pull them out, or just leave them as is. Let me just put it in like that. I just do that so that, I don't know, maybe I can put it in the normal way, if there is such a thing as a normal way. There you go, and then you can see it. But you know that it's a pocket because there is a thumb notch. And this is our upside down paper, remember? That I was brilliant at doing. But I thought this could go here, and then it can be opened up. And if you don't like the white, you can stencil on it, you can stamp on it, you can add another piece of paper on either side. But I'm going to glue it here, but I'm going to leave the top open for a tag to go into. All right. Or journaling cards, whatever. You can add a letter in there if you're gifting it to someone, you know, then you can add a personal letter inside there. And I am going to go over the print at the bottom because, well, it's upside down. Oh dear. But, you know, it's all good. It can all be fixed. And then I'm just gonna, so that'll open, and then there's a big pocket there. We'll pop the postcard in there. And yeah, like I might come, actually, wait now. I have the pack of butterflies, so the theme seems to be butterflies, and these are all pretty. But we can add a butterfly, and it won't interfere with the pocket because it is, like, it's pretty thin, the butterflies. And come on, I just had it. Of course, on camera, it's gonna give me grief, right? And oh, there it comes. Just had to talk nice to it. There we go, and it kind of just dresses it up a bit, just like that. Right, okay, so on the back, this little lovely, I don't think it's too long. Like it, let's find out. Nope, it's not even near the, it just looks like the lace is over it a little bit. And then the same thing, I'll keep the back open. So this thing is all kinds of pockets, even though we're going to lose the prettiness on the back of it, but it'll be okay. All right, and then I'm going to come just at the edge of where the paper is, a little bit up. There we go. Just open it. Okay. There we go. And then we can maybe add some things into the pockets, or you can add another piece right here. And it's okay if things are sticking out. And then there's the back pocket there. We'll put these really long ones inside of that. And then we have a little tiny tuck spot there. And then we have this other pocket here. This is too long, but it can go, you know, into whatever pockets. And then here, I'm just going to add that. Nope, it's too chunky. Well, then let's add a few butterflies. And then these can be taken out and put wherever you'd like into the journal, right? I mean, there's lots of butterflies to go around. So let's just share. I'm all about sharing. So there we are. Right? Whoop. Close it, close it. So there you go. So we have pockets, pockets, have a huge pocket there. And then we have our flip with the tuck spots in the pocket and behind, a couple pockets here, big pocket here. Oh, wowzers, there's a lot of pockets in here. And so then you can just start making your pieces. And you can attach them to cardstock, you can cut your tags, you can do all of that, and then just add them in. I have to cut it down just a little. I'm just cutting these down. These are the little pieces that I have left. And then to show you, there's a pocket, right? And then I'm just going to add these in here because, well, you know, why not? They're pockets, and I want you to see what all the pieces are. And then that can go inside there. And I do have this little piece here. I wonder if there's enough on here. Yep, let's just make a tag with these. And it's really just my scraps that I have left over, like the cardstock leftover pieces, and just going to add them on. Just like that, and then cut it off. But it's a great way to use up all the bits that you have left if you've been using a digital kit, or if you've just been using a paper pad that you have, or your scraps. And I won't keep these little scraps. I actually won't. I have enough scraps to last a long time. All right, so they have a pocket. So this one I'll add up here like so. And then this one, I don't know if this one's gonna actually fit. No, I'll just give it a little cut down and then see if it'll fit. Yep, so I'm just gonna actually slim off just a little more. And I mean, you can round the corners as well. It makes them go in a lot easier. So let's see if I have enough for this one. Yep, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just add the glue, and this one doesn't look like a tag yet, but that'll be easy enough to do with just cutting your corners. that. I mean, if you have different size tags in a die cut, well, you can make all kinds of sizes, you know, or you can just do this, cut your base, cover them, and then just angle them. Liz, she has a little bag where she keeps all of her tag templates for different sizes. That's a fabulous idea. So then I can just snip off the sides. You can do it freehand, but usually I just take this one, turn it upside down, like backwards, to mirror the other side. And then there we go, we have a tag. Or you don't even have to cut it, you can just have it as a journal card and tuck it into the pocket as well, right? It doesn't have to be a difficult thing. All right, so I just want to make sure we have things put in there. So this one, we've got that. Just put that in there. I will end up backing that probably. And then we have the postcard in there. And then we have our pockets. So I'm just going to add that. And I have this little guy left. But this is just show you all the space that we have for pockets and tuck spots and all the goodness that we can add in, right? And then there's this one. So let me I'm just gonna cut this down. Just use my ruler. Maybe I'm gonna use this side. I kind of like the look of that. It looks like it's a faux tape. I quite like that. Sorry if you can't see me doing that, but I just cut it down a little bit. And then this, keeping in mind the glue. So there we go. So then this one can go in here. I like the date up there. 1897 it says. And then there is that one. And so this is the butterfly. I think I put a couple of them in here. Oh, that's the name of the kit. And that's what I put on the back of the card there. And there's a butterfly there. Just because this is going to get added into a pocket just like that. And then I just made some extra stuff. And this was just messing around with some paper that I have, just to you know, but I mean that can be added to a page. It's not of the kit though. And then this one I just used some paper scraps that can be added to a page. There's a few ideas anyway, and I think that's, are we done already? We got our cards in there, pockets, pockets. Wow, pockets are done, and those are done. That's done. Those are done. And I mean, you don't have to stop there. You can add a long pocket to the back if you want. I don't have a cardstock piece, but I mean, you can, I'll just show you what I mean. But you can take one of these and just like rip around the image, and then you can add it here, just gluing your two sides, and then you can have that as a pocket, and you'll have a beautiful image as a pocket. Shall I show you just to see? I know, like a lot of people, I'm visual myself, so I'm just going to, I'd like to have that flower right there, so I'm going to Oops, maybe I'm ripping it the wrong way, just so you don't have so much white. Just get rid of the points. So then that'll go there. Let me just cut off the bottom now. Rip off the bottom, whichever. That didn't help. But it's just to give you some ideas, right? Different ideas of what to do. So then this can be glued here, and then you have a big pocket back here. Like you can glue 1, 2 sides, ink it all up, make it look pretty, and you have another pocket on the very back there. That's gorgeous. Let's see. I'm just going to ink it up. Take off that little point. And if you have a bit off the bottom, I mean, that can be trimmed off, right? So no worries about that. So there we go. And if you prefer the bottom to come out even further, then just rip it that way. Right? And there we go. And then you can have that as a tuck spot. Just gonna trim this. Even following a line, it's crooked. So then you can have that in there. Nice big pocket there, so you can add a journaling card, you can add all kinds of goodness in there. And I like that you can still see the year in the corner there. I like numbers and letters and stuff. So I think I probably should have done it before I tore it, but yeah, but then you would just add this to something with structure. You could use a book page behind it, your coffee or tea dyed paper, just to give it so it's not so flimsy. And then glue it all over, and then do your ripping out, and then add it as well. So there's that, just to show you that little bit. All right, so I think that's it for today. My goodness, we did great, and it's finished. And then you can come back and you can fill your pages. You can add more stuff to your pockets, like if you're gifting it to somebody. You can fill it with all the ephemera bits. You can just do whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, I think we did good, and it doesn't take long. I mean, I did it in 2 parts. Otherwise, it probably would have been over an hour, and I really didn't want to do that. So yeah, we have lots of pockets and tucks. You have a signature in there, and then more pockets and tucks, and more little pockets. All right, so there we go. She's finished, and she's beautiful. So I know how much people did enjoy the first part, so hopefully this was enjoyable as well. And it's always nice to see the finished product of what we create, and I know there's a lot of you that like to see that. So here we go. We did it. She's done, and they're so easy to make, and you can do a bunch of these. You know, you can do all of the bases if you want, and then set them aside, and then when you have an idea of what you want to do, grab a base, make it pretty, fill all the pockets, and voila, you're done. Okay? So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I so appreciate you. I tell you every time we come together how much I appreciate you. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Thanks so much for being here. This is a great bunch of people, and yeah, we have another giveaway tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. It'll be, I think it's giveaway number 6 already, so wow. And then we have the big one at the end of the month. For all of those of you who have been sending tags, thank you. I just find it so fun. And yep, God bless. Take care. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now.